Oh man, that glare is crazy. At least the sun is out. What's up, y'all? It's your man ES the Herman Star back again with another video. Now I'm here to do the general read for the sign of Sagittarius. If you have Sagittarius in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. This is the general read for the first week of October. So let's get started. All right. Hey, and a good shuffle. Good shuffle. I love me a good shuffle. If you are interested in having a personal reading done, you can do so by booking one by emailing me. You can find my email in the description box below. Just remember that I would never reach out to you. I would never email you first. At least one more card, Spirit. At least one more. But you know best, of course. But yeah, if someone does respond, respond, I guess, or someone does message you via social media or emails you first, claiming to be me, offering a reading, offering any other type of service, it's not me. It's a scammer. So just be mindful of that. Should I do something about the shade? I believe it, right? Like how things are right now. But you know, if it does get a bit weird, I guess then I could do something about the shade and stuff, because I know that glare might be crazy to some folk. Anyways, we do start off your reading with, yeah, that glare is crazy. The Chariot. Ooh. It's the Chariot card. That helps. That helps if I put it like that. I'm gonna put the shade down for the next reading. But willpower, success, ambition. Pretty much, this is you going forward. You know, there's something that you're working toward. It seems, or you might be getting out of a situation. To be honest with you, because I'm looking at the rest of your cards here, and this is forward movement, but there is going to be a standstill to some sort. You know, you have the Four of Wands in reverse, so this is like an instability. This is not like a stable family. This is like just instability going on, and there might be a situation to where you're moving on. The Chariot probably symbolizes pretty much a breakup. You know, unfortunately, this is, fortunately, when it's like this is you in a unionship with somebody. Even one can say a marriage, you know, but when it's like this, you can assume it's a divorce happening, and you might be someone who is planning on moving forward, because again, the Chariot showed up, you know, for you, and that was pretty much the end of that unionship, marriage, whatever it was. If it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, don't try to make it fit within your life, especially if you're married, and if things are going well with you and your partner, or if whatever the title is of your all's relationship. Don't try to force this reading onto you and mess up a good thing, you know. The last card you have is the Tower in reverse. So hence why I was saying, like, it's kind of interesting, because again, this is forward movement, the Chariot, but this is stagnation, resistant change, really installing what needs to be done. And again, I'm thinking that this Tower, if you're not the Chariot, like, let's just say you're the one who is, this is your reading, I get it, but like, maybe you're the one that is stalling the change that's happening. You don't necessarily want this divorce to go through, and again, you're stalling the change from happening. And the Chariot might be your partner. It might simply just be the universe telling you the situation is not, you just let it go. Like, go forward with it, you know? Um, Nonetheless, let's just say you are the individual where you just need to let the stuff go. Um, what comes from it is better. Like, I understand, um, and I'm kind of want to pull one more card at the bottom of the deck just to see if we can clarify something. Um, yeah, you know, what I call the innocence card. You know, the six of cups. You know, this is you having fond memories, having familiarity, innocence. Um, you know, I will put this at the end right here as a part of this reading. So you got 4 cards instead of 3 this reading. Um, but again, it's like there's a situation you're in right now. I feel like this is more so the message that I'm inclined to speak, so I'm just going to say this and then I'll touch on the other aspect of it as well, if you might be the person who isn't necessarily stalling the change. But if you are the individual who is essentially not allowing this change to happen, the universe is telling you, from what I'm seeing here, that you're only just stalling the good stuff. You know, eventually you will meet somebody. You will have, you know, a moment where you do have fond memories with somebody, or you can just use time to reflect. You might have to go into hermit mode. I don't see the hermit here. It's not in your reading, you know, but you might have to somewhat go into hermit mode and do some self-reflecting, and that might entail you thinking about, again, the good times you've had with this partner, you know. But when the chariot shows up upright, even when it's about it again, it's about forward movement. But even if it's a situation of you moving forward from, maybe again, a divorce, for example, and you might not want it, it's in your best interest to still go forward with it and let it happen, because forward movement to something that is going to be beneficial. Look at the chariot card, and I've noted this in past readings. When you look at the background, you see the yellow, the sun. That's brightness, obviously. Again, I like to say gold, but yellow, gold, nonetheless. That's brightness in your future. That's, you're going toward brightness, and I know it's in the background, but like when you're going forward with it, you're still in this energy of, I am still in, you know, I'm still living my life like it's golden, essentially, or, you know, I'm still going towards something that is that's great, you know. Even if I am leaving a situation, whether it's, I guess, being forced to leave a situation, or you know, I'm being dropped, honestly, being dumped, I am, you know, and in that case, I guess one would be still forced to leave a situation. But even if I am leaving a situation that I don't necessarily want to leave, I'm still going forward into something brand new. Whether that is, again, taking the time out to cherish good times, good memories, and, you know, possibly do better and reflect. Honestly, again, if it's a divorce, now I've never been married, which means I've never been divorced. So with that being said, when I say this, don't take this as advice from a married man or a former married man. But I think that when I see a situation like this, nor am I a marriage counselor. All right, let me get these clarifiers out the way before I get into my point. But when I see this, I see someone, again, who doesn't necessarily want to leave, again, a marriage or a partnership, again, whatever that title is, with somebody. But again, it's in your best interest to do so, because you have forward movement here, as long as you allow the tower to fall, which, you know, you're not, from what the energy is showing, but you're able to move forward from it when you just allow this ugly situation. This even could be traumatic. Again, heartache situation to happen. Um, but what else you can learn from that is, okay, I was dumped. Okay, it happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us. But you know, I was dumped, and my partner, although I probably felt like things were fine, things were swimming, things were going well, the individual I was with clearly didn't feel that way. You know, if they did, they wouldn't be divorcing me or leaving me, right? So I want to make sure that next time I get into a relationship, I'm more, cognizant of my partner's emotions, cognizant and more aware of where they stand emotionally within this relationship. So I am not out here getting into another relationship thinking that things are great between us, and they're really not. You know, um, that's how I would move if this was my personal reading or my general reading and it fit me. That's how I would move. So it's really your choice at the end of the day. But there is nothing wrong, again, with thinking about the good times. Like the fond memories you have with this individual, and it's probably fond memories because, again, the individual is probably not necessarily a quote bad person, and hence why you probably want to stay. And simply because they're divorcing you or leaving you doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. You might not just be a fit for them, right? You think that you all are a good pairing, and they might feel a different way, or they no longer feel like you're just the partner for them. These things happen. It's life in a sense that doesn't happen to everybody, but it's life in a sense of, this is what happens to spiritual beings having a human experience. These are things that are prone to happen, and it doesn't make you a terrible person. So I just want to reiterate that and make that clear before we end off the reading is, don't think you're a terrible person or a failure or anything negative simply because this situation is looking like there's a divorce in the midst. But you got to let it go. You have to let it go. You are not doing yourself you're doing yourself a disservice by not allowing the tower to fall. Simple. Again, this showed up. This is forward movement. No matter what happens with this situation, you will move forward with it. As far as, well, I won't say no matter what happens. If you allow it to fall, you're going to move forward. But if you continue moving forward in a sense of not allowing it to happen and continue pretending, because if you're going to move like this, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, again, you can see, but if you're going to move like this, sorry for the glare. If you're going to move like this is someone who's moving forward and pretending like, being selfish in a way, to be honest with you, because you're pretending like nothing is wrong simply because you don't want to admit that there's a problem. Because, again, in your mind, you think you have, again, the quote perfect relationship. If not perfect, it's at least good, or things are going well. When this says otherwise. This is a partner that's saying, nah, I don't really feel the way that you feel about this relationship, and that's okay. It happens, but you have to let the tower fall. It's going to benefit you in the future. Trust me, it will. It's going to benefit you. And that partner of yours, no matter how great you may think they are, and they might be great, it's why you don't want to leave them, or for whatever reasons, right? They deserve to be with someone they want, and vice versa. You deserve to be with someone you want, but you also deserve to be with somebody who wants you just as much as you want them. So there's that. Hopefully, Sagittarius, this adds some clarity within your life. Again, if it applies, please do not make it apply if it does not apply to you. And this is for anyone with the sign of Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. So if you're a Sagittarius sun, and it doesn't apply. It might be for a Sagittarius moon or rising. So, yeah, please understand that. All right. If you would like a personal reading, you are able to do so by hitting me up in my email, sending me an email. You can find that in the description box. Once again, that is the only way you can schedule one. We will only correspond via email. So if there's anyone who does reach out to you via social media or emails you first, because I'll never email you first as well. But if someone does email you, if someone does message you on social media claiming to be me, offering personal readings, offering anything else of that nature, some other service or whatever that I don't even provide, but just other services in general, it is not me. It's a scam. So just be aware of that, okay? Thanks to those who've been subscribing, watching, commenting, sharing. I appreciate all of that. If you are new here and you haven't done any of that, or if you're the same, if you've been here and you haven't done any of that, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for trusting me to be your reader for today, or one of your readers for today. Until next time, until next video, y'all take care. Peace out.